Hey guys, what's up? It's Hope, and I'm here to bring you my week 48 post-op VSG update. I'm also here to bring you my month 11 post-op VSG update. I had vertical sleeve gastrectomy surgery on July 1st, 2013 in Beaumont, Texas at Christus St. Elizabeth Hospital with Dr. Jerome Straps as my surgeon. And like I said, I'm here for another weekly update. I'm going to start off with the numbers. My highest weight ever recorded was 330 pounds. The day of surgery, I was 306. Last week, I came to you weighing in at 193, and this week, I am 193. So that is a maintain, no loss, no gain. I'll definitely take it. I am grateful that I did not have a gain this week. I feel like my body is kind of comfortable where I am right now in the early 190s, so it's difficult going week to week, kind of bouncing back and forth, but I'm just trying to stick to what I've been doing this whole time. Protein first, really strict on what I'm eating still, and just trying to make sure that I'm conscious about what I'm putting in my body on a daily basis, for sure. So as far as losses go from month to month, this is also my 11-month surgiversary video. My surgiversary was on June 1st. 11 months since I had the surgery, and I could not be more grateful for where I am. From month to month, let's see, for month 10, I weighed 195. And so for month 11, I am 193. So that is a 2-pound loss from month 10 to month 11. So like I said, the weight loss has definitely slowed down for sure, which, I mean, it's to be expected when you get further and further out. The losses kind of stall, and they're not as, I guess, as large as they were in the very beginning. So it is really late here, so this video is not going to be very long. I meant to update all of you on Monday, which is my typical weigh-in day, but I just didn't have time to do it. This past week was a really, really, really rough week for me. I had a really, really horrible time, I guess. I think it was last weekend sometime, I started having like really, really, really severe lower stomach pain. And if you've watched any of my other videos, you know that a couple months after I had a VSG surgery, I had to have my gallbladder taken out. So I knew it wasn't that, because I'd already had, that issue, and I knew that it wasn't my gallbladder, but it was just really low, kind of like by my hip area on the right side. And so I just took, pain medicine to try and get it to go away, just over the counter, and it just wouldn't go away, and it got worse and worse. And finally I had to go into the doctor to have ultrasounds done, and they found that I actually had a cyst on my ovary on that side, and it actually had ruptured, and that what was causing all of the pain. So this past week was just a really off week for me, with having to deal with all of that, and there's really nothing they could do for you. There wasn't any excess bleeding, there was no infection of any kind, so it was really just a matter of just taking medicine to try and alleviate some of the pain that was going on, and then just, waiting for the pain to pass. And so, to say this past week was rough was definitely an understatement. I am feeling much better now, thank God. The pain has subsided. It's not giving me near as much trouble as it was, but it definitely throws a kink in things when you're feeling so great and so wonderful, and then all of a sudden you're in so much pain. It was pretty terrible. So I'm grateful that I am feeling better, and that I'm not really I'm not in too much pain now. So as far as foods that I had this week, I was back to my Quest bars. I was so excited about that. It definitely helped this week with the whole mindless eating and wanting to snack all the time. I feel like the Quest bars keep me fuller longer. They are packed full of fiber, and so I feel like they are an excellent source of protein, and I'm super excited that my local grocery store is actually now carrying them inside their store, so I don't have to make a special trip to GNC or Vitamin Shop to pick up a couple if I'm running low. They don't have my cookies and cream. My favorite was just cookies and cream yet, but they do have a lot of the other different brands. They have the chocolate chip cookie dough, which is my second favorite. So I was at the grocery store this afternoon when I got off work, and I just was able to pick up a couple because I knew I didn't have any at home. And it's just so much more convenient that, now that my local grocery store is carrying them. We shop at H-E-B for all of our grocery shopping needs, so just check your local H-E-B. They might have them. Hopefully a lot of the major grocery stores will start carrying them soon. It's just a lot more convenient to have them right there when I have to go to the grocery store and pick up a few things. They're right there for me to pick up and go. So I was excited about that. Sorry. It's been a while since I made a yawning video. And just the typical, protein first items that I always eat every week. The turkey meatballs, turkey burgers. I did the oven baked fajitas one night, which is a staple around here. My whole family loves them, so I'm grateful for that. A couple mornings this week, I did have the Special K protein cereal. It's like 10 grams of protein per serving. And I will eat that just dry or with a little bit of milk. It just depends. If I am having it with milk, I make sure that I measure everything out, and it's only just a little tiny bit. It's not a whole lot of milk in there. Sorry, guys. And then I had lots of fruit this week, bananas and apples, a lot as far as, just breakfast, or snacking. That's what I'm trying to do, is if I do have the urge to snack, then I'm always making really good choices. And so that's definitely something that I've, tried to maintain throughout this whole process. So, that's it as far as food goes. The only other thing I want to talk about is this past weekend I went to a graduation party. One of my nieces is graduating from high school, and it had been a long time since I've seen that side of the family. I have a lot of older brothers and sisters that I don't really see a whole lot, and so none of them had seen me since my surgery. So it was very, very, very weird for me. A lot more difficult than I thought it was going to be. I was definitely super nervous about seeing all of these people just because they are, I hadn't seen them in so long, and so I was nervous about what they were going to say. And a lot of it was really good. A lot of it was, oh my gosh, hope you look so great, or oh wow, look at you, And then there was comments like, oh, you're so skinny, but it was just said in a really weird tone, like, I don't know, it was just weird. And then, like, when we went to take pictures, like, no one wanted to stand beside me because they said they didn't want to make themselves look fat because I was so skinny, and, it was just really awkward for me, and I don't like that. I've never been the kind of person that just really liked to be the center of attention. I was always more stand at the back of a crowd, not really make too much of fuss about people noticing me, and so it was just really weird to kind of, for people to make such a big deal about my weight loss. And I kind of felt like, I don't know, I felt like I would be more proud in those moments, but really it just made me feel bad, made me kind of feel guilty, which is very strange. Just because, like, the comments people were making about their own selves in relation to me and my journey, it was just weird. I don't know if any of y'all out there have ever been in situations like that, but it was very strange. Just hearing comments like that, just, I don't know, it kind of rubbed me the wrong way, and I tried just to take it with a grain of salt and not let it get to me too much, but I don't know, I kind of went away feeling very weird. I don't know if I'm making any sense. Sorry. It's super late here. But anyway, it was nice to see a lot of family that I hadn't seen in a long time, and just, be able to spend time with them was really nice. And, I was able to talk a little bit about my journey. My sister asked, how I was doing and what all, I was doing as far as, my part of the journey, as far as diet and exercise goes. And so I was able to share a little bit about, my journey so far, since it had been, they hadn't seen me, any of that family really hadn't seen me since my surgery, or since before my surgery. So I was able to share a little bit about, what my journey has entailed, and, how serious I do take, all of my choices as far as nutrition goes, and just realizing that, this is the only body that I'm ever going to have, and I should really, 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 that I treat it very seriously, that, this is my one chance to make sure that I get the healthiest that I can, and just get to the person, that I feel like I should have been all along, had I not had any issues with my weight. Just being really healthy and, confident in all of the choices that I've made so far to get to where I am. And, it was in those moments that I was so proud to be able to talk about my journey so openly with everyone there. And if they had questions, to be able to just, be honest and be open and be upfront. And, everyone that I knows that I had surgery. I never really kept it hidden from anyone. It's always just been out there. And, it was really cool. That was really neat to be able to share my experience with people, and just to talk a little bit about my journey and how far I've really come, and just how amazing I feel, just being in this body and just feeling so healthy and so alive. And so that was a really good part of the party, but just the comments kind of made me feel uncomfortable. And maybe it's just because I'm not used to hearing comments like that. I don't know. It's very weird for people to use the word skinny to describe me anyway. It's very strange. I'm just not used to hearing that word used to describe me. I'm not used to that. I'm having a hard time, and I talked a little bit about this in my last video, but I'm having a hard time looking at myself in pictures and realizing that that is actually me. In the mirror, and not so much, because obviously I see myself, and I don't really have an issue with not being able to see a difference, because I definitely do, and I'm grateful that I do have that perspective. But just seeing myself in pictures is just crazy weird. If I post a picture, or if someone posts a picture of me on Facebook and tags me and I go back and look at it, I just cannot even believe how far I've come. So I'm just trying to be grateful. And I know that's been something that I talk about in every video, but I'm so grateful to be on this journey, and to have all of you out there supporting me and following me all along the way. And, it's in times like this where I just had a really rough week, and lots of different things going on, and, had all the comments this week that made me feel uncomfortable. Just being able to step back and really, own those really good moments, and just think about how far I have come is just something that I'm really grateful for. So, I'm just hoping this week is a lot better than last week. I'm grateful that I didn't gain any weight with the week that I had. I did see 191 one day, but it just kind of fluctuated back and forth until I got to 193. So my next goal, of course, is to get to 185. That'll take me out of the obese category as far as BMI goes, and into the overweight category, which I've never been in as an adult. So I'm super excited about getting to 185. And then really just listening to my body and just seeing what happens next. So I am going to be doing a Q&A video with my husband pretty soon. Thank you so much for all of your responses to my video that I posted last week about getting me all of your questions. If you have questions for me or for my husband to answer, feel free to post them down below on this video as well. I am going to be making that video pretty soon. If you have any questions for me just about my journey in general, feel free to post those down below as well. I'm here to help as much as I can. I'm so grateful for all of your support and encouragement. Thank you so much to all of my followers, my subscribers out there. I appreciate it so, so, so much. Just all of your prayers and comments just mean so much to me. So I just wanted you to know that I'm really grateful for it. And I will see you guys again next week for week 49. Just a few weeks away from my 1 year surgery, which is so insane crazy. I cannot even believe it. But we are moving right along, and I just couldn't be more grateful for where I am. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys again soon. Bye!